Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra February 12, 2022. Get in touch with your vulnerable side today. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Realize that you can be yourself and still have a good time without needing to have the attention of everyone in the room. Stabilize your mind and create space for you to grow. Take some of the advice that you give to other people and apply it to yourself. Things might be coming to a small climax in some way for you today. Set aside some time to think about what you can do to love yourself. It could be that you've been thinking a lot about the collective needs around you that you've failed to think about taking care of yourself. Realize that preaching your ideas and values to the world means nothing until you can adopt these good habits yourself. Your psychic senses could be highly activated today. As a water sign, you are very empathic, anyhow. This means that you instantly pick up on emotional energy. You can tell if someone is in a bad mood long before you actually see them. You can sense it from across the room. And you can always figure out what someone really means from their tone of voice. Today you might pick up on some undercurrents at work. Trust the impressions that you receive. You can cut through to the truth quite easily today, so don't hesitate to do so. If you come to an intersection and no one seems to know who is next in line to proceed, take the initiative yourself and go ahead. It might not be a bad idea to signal to the other drivers what your intentions are before you make your move. Being aggressive with your actions does not mean that you should be reckless. The atmosphere in your home may depend on outside interventions. Don't let anyone interfere with your privacy and keep out intruders, whoever they are. Your emotionality will be heightened by the moon. And if you run into clashes with your loved ones, it will affect you more than you want to admit. Try to maintain a more serene climate. You're in the middle of something big, and you don't have nearly as much time for other people as usual, but that's okay. Every now and then you must rely on yourself to feel at peace. Carefully study the projects you might develop in the near future. A decision may need to be made today that appears to require logic and practicality, but you might find that no matter how hard you try, your feelings get in the way. Don't fight it. Sometimes it's best to step back and try to discern why your emotions are interfering. Is there a hidden factor you may not be considering? Are you aware of all the facts? Contemplate all possible contingencies before making a final commitment. You're not likely going to want to spend too much time around others on this day. It's a time that is filled with your own natural essence, and you are far more likely to be interested in spending time with your own thoughts. Even if this is a workday for you, you can always make plans to indulge in your favorite solo activities this evening. Be sure to consider the feelings of others if you do have to interact. It's good to dream, especially on days like today. Expanding your mind and thinking of possibilities are positive ways to increase your knowledge. Give yourself a little time to think. Why not lay on your back and watch the clouds or stars? Allow yourself to dream about things that may not seem practical or possible. Many real things have come out of someone's dreams. Your creativity will flourish if time is given to these activities. At the same time that the moon's departure from an adventurous part of your chart leaves the sun with everything needed to make his final 7 days in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart count, it moves on to prepare for what comes next. What comes next is not only the sun's return to your work sector next week, but to join forces with the planets of luck and dreams to start making things happen. The moon not only returns to your career sector today, but comes full circle from last month's full moon, with a chance to check in on both job and career matters. As the sun moves into his final week in your romantic sector, it is with a boost in confidence after a friendly aspect to the moon yesterday. Yet while the moon will leave an adventurous part of your chart today, this won't see the spirit of romance and adventure that came together over the last few days wane, and instead, this has been just a taste of things to come. Your tarot reading for today. The Devil, the World, and the Hierophant. An unexpected visitor to your home before the end of February. A caring person whose intentions are not well defined. They may offer you something, but you should look at it as a symbol. The emotional impact of this visit is not clear in the cards, but there are possibilities. This visit will not be an accident, but the fate of two people who find themselves in the same place at the same time, for a special reason. Do not believe that life is chance. It is written, and you need to know how to read the signs that it sends us. The consequences of this visit will be many, but we don't know much more than that at the moment. In any case, you have to be ready. It's an opportunity that you mustn't miss. It could be a man and his intentions might be more complex than the pretext that he will give you for his visit. Learn to read between the lines and understand what can hide behind an event that may seem simple at first glance. Behind everything, there are other things. Some people see these other things, some do not. This draw shows you that you will have the opportunity to live a moment like this. We have to know how to understand what is behind it. This is really good news in your life. If the visit does not take place before the end of February, it is because this person has an external impediment, which has no connection with you. In this case, he should appear to you in the following weeks. For the next 4 weeks, our empathy will increase. We can use this empathy in our humanitarian efforts to strengthen our impact. 1 down, 2 more to go. If there have been some technological issues, know they'll soon be resolved and communication will become smoother. In astrology, asteroid series represents the natural world, ruling over food, transitions, and family relationships. This is a time to nourish new beginnings and act on raw impulses. This is a good time to trust your gut. This energy is erratic and intense. It could be hard for you to assert your energy and will throughout the day because you feel exhausted and drained. Since energy will be depleted, you could be unable to fully fight for what you want to attain. Watch out for temper tantrums that bring feelings to light. Don't give in to the desire to stir up drama just because you aren't in a good mood. As the only sign with a weapon, the archer can act out defensively and it aspects warrior planet Mars. Knowing when to step away from a bad situation can help you avoid aggressive confrontations. It would be best if everyone stayed in their own lane and avoided arguments if possible. Instead of blowing up at someone who has frustrated you, consider simply walking away. You don't have to participate as long as you're aware that winning and having the last word aren't important.